Maggie in Peril, the thrilling conclusion, is about as far from thrilling as it could possibly get. It's absolutely terrible. This is the 18th and penultimate episode of the third season of the Tracey Ullman show Simpson Shorts. This one follows on from the previous episode where Maggie left her crib and got into a pretty terrifying situation. And there will be spoilers as I explain what happens in this. We spend half of the episode, bearing in mind it's about a minute, we spend half of the time recapping from the previous episode, absolutely pointless. And the second half is just so dull. The animation's okay, but the narrative itself is not thrilling in the slightest. Maggie ends up racing on the skateboard through a fun fair or a carnival. Yeah, it was a busy scene, it looked okay. And then she's flying on some balloons, and we spend far too long looking at the perspective of Homer and Marge as they see, well, Maggie flying with the balloons. And then the next thing we know, she lands down on the roof and is then back in her playpen. And that's it. And it all lasts a couple of seconds. And it's as far from thrilling as it possibly could be. The first part genuinely was quite exciting. And the second is the most anticlimactic thing I've ever seen. It is absolutely pointless. We did not need this. Granted, we probably needed some kind of conclusion. But considering we spent about 30 seconds recapping, I feel like they could have condensed the previous one a little bit and then managed to fit this in there somehow. Absolutely boring. Really hated it. All I can say is I'm glad it's not the last episode. We have one more left. But Maggie in Peril, the thrilling conclusion, is by far the worst episode of the Tracey Ullman show, Simpson Shorts. It's incredibly disappointing. Absolutely terrible.